Let's do this!
Hi there guys, my name is AJ and I have had a lot of requests asking if I will either stream or record my modding sessions. So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to give you guys what you want. Now, understand this is live, or at least as live as it can get on a recording. So there will be fuck ups. I apologise, but that's just how the way things go. Even my English is fucked at the moment. So yeah, now I'm going to be making a mod for an upcoming community release we got going. However, by the time this mod is out, so will the community release, so you're not getting any special spoilers in here. What you see is what you're already going to know. I'm sorry. Now, I've had a lot of requests for new grenades, and I've also had a lot of requests for Pokemon mods, and I thought, what better way to, do this than to make a Pokeball grenade? Because that shit's just awesome, isn't it? Let's just do this thing, because I'm rambling shit. Now, first thing you want to do is have somewhere where the mods can save. PokeNades, perfect. Now, I go into my 3ds Max, which is my modelling software. You guys can use whatever the shit you like, and as you can imagine, Pokeballs are not the most difficult things to model. So you're not going to learn any super secret tricks on how to model here, it's just me doing my thing. So let us begin. Firstly, we'll take a sphere, because no great Pokeball started, other than a sphere. I think that's alright. It's a nice colour, isn't it? No. Now we're going to have to change the number of segments, if it will allow. Yep. Now we'll change the number of segments to 48, and yeah, that looks alright, I guess. Yeah? No? Yeah? Yeah, we'll call that a good number. Cool. So now that we've got the right number of segments, and we'll make this editable. I'm going to make a copy out of it. There we go. Make a copy. As I said, fuck ups everywhere. And we've now got 2 balls. It's a good number of balls. What I want to do here is just zoom into that. Actually, I want to select this. Sorry for the whole coughing thing. Now we're just going to take this little belt around the Pokeball and pop. No more belt for you. Oh, that's the wrong view. Ah, there we go. So here we have the outer shell of the Pokeball on the right, and the rest of the Pokeball, the less important half, I'd say, on the left. Now we were going to do something. Yes, shell. This side on the right, this thingy here, is like an outer shell. So what we want to do is take the shell option and thicken this bitch up. Now, I'm going to say 3 is a nice size. Maybe 4. I'll go with 4, at least see how this is. And just center it out to see how it looks with the rest. Looks terrible, doesn't it? Let's be honest, it's awful. So yeah, let's start making this circular thingy that goes here. Now we're going to want to make a cylinder. I'll go into the other view as it's easier. Now we'll go into the very center and draw this one up. We'll make it semi-big. How's that look, gentlemen or ladies, whatever you are? Yeah, I'm hearing you say it's good. I'll put it there, and then control how far it goes out with the up and downy. Make it like that. Now drag this. Nope, wrong way. Other wrong way. Yeah, no, fuck it. Fuck a fucking duck. There, we got it. Haha, victory. Oh fuck. No. Yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it? Okay, so what we want to do here is basically use this as a cutout. So we select this, we'll go down to the compound, boolean, and obviously we've got to pick a second object, and we'll pick that, pop, and the thing is done. So we've got a little bit more of a Pokeball style going on here. All it needs is the buttons. I love buttons. So we're gonna go back to standard objects, make another cylinder. Shit, you know what? Fuck ups. Centered it. Ha! Thought you had me there. Now we'll boolean it. We need it centered because, you know, if we don't, then it's not centered and it's going to be a lopsided Pokeball. Nobody wants that. Okay, so we'll make another. Ooh, wrong, totally wrong. We'll go into this and how do we do this? Not wireframe, front. Nope, we'll do this. Fuck you, front. Okay, so we want. This really isn't helping me here. This is software that's designed to annoy me. Fuck you, we'll do it this way. Not top, not bottom. We'll go with not back. Holy shit. There we are, we got it. We got it in the end. Now we're gonna draw. That look good for the button clicky thingy? I'm gonna say that's a yes, because I can't actually hear you guys shouting yes. I imagine you are. But yes, go on, you. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm talking shit. Now we're going to spin and go this way. Yes? Yes, we got it right this time. First time, yay! Okay. Get that to the outer. Shit. Sorry if I swear too much. It's a habit. Force a habit. Okay, so we'll get this to a nice depth and basically look at it as that. How is that looking, people? Is that looking more Pokeball-like? It's almost Death Star-like. I don't know. Maybe we need a Jedi pack or something. I don't know. But yeah. Now we need to create a smaller button. So how's that? That look alright? That size? Yeah. You're chanting at me. Yes. Yes, you're perfect. And oh, that's too far. I want this only very slightly out. And that's looking okay. Now, obviously this is going into Payday 2. And it's very particular about the objects that go into it. It's just fucking weird, to be honest with you. This one thing has to go on all onto one texture, as it were. So I've got to combine each of these 4 objects into one texture. So I will show you how I do that. I don't know what I did. Oh, the inner cylinder. No, I'll do that one last. We'll do the inner ball. Scroll down. Unwrap the UV. Open it up in here. And as you can see, it takes the whole fucking texture because it's greedy. What do we want to do? Is just shrink that down because it's just the black inner bit. Nobody cares if it's detailed or not. And shove that in the corner. We'll update that. and that's one done. We'll do this one. Open, and again it's very greedy, you know. These things are, you know. Now this is odd because I can't tell what's where and who's shit, and so you know what? I'm gonna repack it. And that makes even less sense. So fantastic. Shrink that a little bit, not too much, because obviously it's the outer shell and we want to know how good that looks. We'll shove that there and update. We'll pick the... no, this one. Yes, that one. And we're going to unwrap the UV. Now again, we can barely see any of this, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, shrink. And shove that in that corner. And the last one, yay, finally, is unwrap, open, shrink. It's a boring process, but if you don't do it right, I'm probably not doing it right, but if you don't do it right, then you're going to have repeat textures all over the place and just a big mess generally. It's not fun to deal with. Now, highlight. I'm just going to do the whole thing to make sure it's correct. And there's no overlapping bits. Nope, we are good. There's no overlappings there. So we'll just keep that up to date. Get rid of that because it's annoying. Now, we'll take this inner Pokeball thingy. And we want to join it. So let's see if I remember how to join it. Probably not. There must be a way somewhere. Attach, there we are, that's probably it. So we'll highlight those, attach, and it drops down to the one sphere here. And that is just one whole model. If we unwrap the UV, we're going to see a big fucking mess. Why does it do this? Why? Why, world? Why does it do this to me? There we go. So it's going to be awkward, as I know it would be. Let's just see. I don't understand why it just decided to go fuck you and then screw up. Sorry about this, guys. Hey, it's, as I said, it's gonna be a lot of fuck ups. Hope you enjoy them. Now, it has been set, yes, you stay right where you are. Please. Please. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now let's see the unwrap. No, it still does that. Why? Why does it do that? Okay, well, it looks like I'm going to have to ensure that this is... okay. There we go. Save that. Highlight. Export as... we'll go with a 3DS. And Poke. Nope. Nope. And Poke.3DS. Now, I want to open Blender because Blender's a lot less annoying with doing this thing. beauty. Okay. Control J. It's all cylinder 1. Except for, what the hell? Fuck it, doesn't matter. Does not matter, don't care. So, I will export this as an OBJ. And see what this has to say about it. Yeah, it's all one beautiful mesh. Let's see, is the UV fucked? Is the UV fucked? Because if it is, we are screwed. Oh, that is beautiful. That is what I want to see. Nice little divide between the UV and not a single problem. So, now comes to painting. Not exactly the most difficult bit. We'll click on the diffuse texture. We'll make it super big because, well, quality matters, I guess. Not like it has throughout the rest of this thing, but hey ho. I'll save it as a DDS because that's what the game takes. Righto. Now just zoom the fuck out. Just paint all of that fucker. Yeah. That'll do it. Yep, freeze up on me. There we go. Perfect. Almost perfect. There we go. Now that's what I'm looking at. With a giant ass line in. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to open up Photoshop. And do this properly. Righto. Now I'm going to grab a UV from this so I can actually render UV template 2048 by 2048, render, save as uv.png, nope, apparently not, uv.png, and yeah, we finally got something right. And drag the UV into Photoshop. Line it up nicely. Yeah, okay, so let's see what we're looking at. Oh, not Steam. You close. Now, I wonder why that front bit's white, because that is... Here it is, that's one of these. So, I don't get it. But, hey-ho. Now, I'm going to assume right now that this top one is white. And basically just paint the fucker. Again, simple mod, simple painting, but hey ho. Now we want to do some red. Just so I can clearly see. Go way over. Nope, can't do that, gonna get sued. Okay, now we can make a line through here and just paint that line white. Perfect. Not sure where these pieces fit in, so I will leave that for now. Let's save DDS, and we'll see how it is. Ooh, pretty. Okay. I'm going to take a stab and say this top one is... Nope, where is it? This one. So let's have the outlines back. Invisible than that. Okay, so I've got some space. I'm gonna do that and make it red. And pretty much just back and forth, save and check. Did I get it wrong? Yes, I fucking got it wrong. Fantastic. But hey, that's the trial and error aspect of it. And now I know to make that white and to make this one red. Red and white. Fantastic. Look at that. That is superb. Except for that. That is not quite so superb. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And just go wild with that. Don't freeze up on me now, please. Thank you. Gonna do the same thing with this here. Nice and easy. Save as a DDS. Ah, look at that. Look at that Pokeball with the red dot on the top. Where is that coming from? White dot even. Why is there a white dot on the top of it? Is there a red dot on the top of it? No. That is weird. You guys can see that, right? That's a really white dot on the top. Ah, fuck it. It doesn't really matter. Whoa. Don't click that again. It goes weird. Okay. So that's the overlay, and I can't see any particular reason why there would be a... Screw it. Does not matter. So I'm going to make a pretty basic, lazy... Oh, screw it. It's not making this easy for me, really. Screw it. I will just paint this shit. 50% grey will do. And we'll consider that a completed alpha, which is the specular map in Payday. So that's good to save. Save, 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 and a save again. And we've got a Pokeball. Not the best Pokeball in the world, but it's my Pokeball. And I love it. No, actually it's quite shit, isn't it? Oh well. Fuck it. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Export as a 3DS Pokeball. Yes, I want to replace it. Gosh. Ask me such foolish questions. Right. Now I don't need Photoshop anymore. Yes I do. Yes I do. Normal map. Entirely useless because it's flat, so let's put 0. Ding. Absolutely useless normal map. There we go. nm.dds. Oh, we don't want to save it as a Photoshop file. There we go. Ding. Now, what am I doing? Yes, I did it again. Minimize that. Minimize that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Blender! Now, Blender is a lot easier to resize things, so I'm just going to do shit there. Firstly, I need to find out where the thing is located. Where are we? Where are we? My apologies. Okay, no, we wanted Payday 2 weapons. And then find the grenades. Where are we? Grenades, 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 grenades. Boom, boom, boom. Have I gone past them, people? Oh, fuck me. Frag! Ta-da! Oh, they were... how have I lost them again? That's ridiculous. Oh, shit. Right. Copy 100 times. PokeNades. Paste them there. Just for convenience. Now, I'm just going to get rid of all the files that I don't need. No, in fact, yeah, I'll actually keep them all because just in case. Okay. Now, this is probably the first look you're going to get at the modelling tool. Now, if, say, I add browse and I will add, where is it? The frag grenade, it will create a UV of the frag grenades, not a UV, an OBJ of the frag grenades, which you will be able to see here. So I will also import my Pokeball, which is significantly smaller apparently. There we go. Get that into the right kind of position. Oh shit, 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 shit. We'll do it from there. That's a lot easier. That's looking okay, I think. I think that's okay. Yeah. Cool. So we delete that. Highlight and export. Now I always export with the same settings. I would hope you do the same, because Payday doesn't handle materials themselves. They add their own materials in game, post-processing something dark side. So yeah, I always select the this one, selection only, right normals, untick right materials, and then triangular faces. And then I will go to PokeNades, poke.obj, and I will save that. Now, for me to put this back into this frag grenade as a model, we'll need to find the object, and see it's got G_grenade here in the object's name. So my model needs to be here, G_grenades. Boom. Now, at that point, I've already loaded it in here. I can import model, and I will import my OBJ. It will either shit itself or accept. It accepted, so that's a good sign. That is a very good sign. Let's write this grenade.model, and it will write it into the directory where the tools are. So grenade.model here. I'll move that along. At this point, we're going to need to compile it. Yeah, you can't look at that. Now, I've got a little treat from Quas over at Bodie's Pool Repair. He's made some audio for me. He's a beautiful man. If you haven't already, go kiss him because he deserves it. And he's made some grenade sounds for me. So I take them in, and I also take in script.txt. Now I'll explain that in a minute. In fact, now while I do it, it's basically, it compiles the mod for you. It's really handy. So PokeNades and Quas, because you know he did the audio, kind of deserves a little bit of credit. Okay, this mod replaces the grenades with Pokeballs. Nice and simple. And then this line here, you basically write units PAYDAY 2 weapons, and then the directory. You basically write, the first one is the directory you want to replace. So I want to say replace frag.model. In fact, models there. This semicolon looking motherfucker, which might actually be a semicolon, I've never thought to check. That will make the line skip, so it won't read the line. You can write whatever you want there, it doesn't matter. So I'm writing this script. It will replace the weapon frag grenade model with my pretty grenade model. So that right there will replace the first grenade model with my grenade model. Done. We have the model in the game. Almost. I want to replace some DDS and NM files. Just DF and NM files. So we will do textures here. And it's almost the same line, so I can copy paste from there. Let's see, .texture. Fantastic, there's only a few, so this will be easy. Replace that. Now you'll see why I'm doing all three later. Okay, so that's the textures. We'll add one here, and one here. There are all the textures added. Now the sound bank. That's sound banks, and then whatever this line is. And there we go. So that's one model, 3 textures, and a sound bank ready to be pushed into the game. Now if I were to go to Tools, Mod Patch 1.5, it might even be 1.16 by the time this is out, who knows. So load PD mod project, and you go to PokeNades and run the script. It will basically add them all for you, nice and easy. Create mod, and it creates. Perfect. Now, that will add the, as you know, the PD mod there. How long is this video going on for? Fuck. Okay. I apologize, this is pretty long. What am I doing? Yes, more models, because everyone needs more models. We don't need that anymore. We do need that, however. So I will basically go into that. Now we've got the enemy, the husk, and the sprint. The sprint, if you didn't know, is like the tiny little arm thingy on the grenade that I don't know why I'm doing the movements, because you can't actually see me. But it's the tiny little arm thingy that I'm still doing that. Never mind. It's the tiny little arm thingy on the grenade that flings off and the grenade is armed. Now, I gotta say, to all those people that want to cook grenades in PAYDAY 2, that means you're holding a live grenade in your hand without the arm, without the pin, and you know, you leave it too long, you're not gonna have an arm left. Just so, hey, that's my rant done. Enemy, we'll do the enemy one. Okay, so import model enemy, and that's almost perfect anyway. So we'll just scoot you on back a little bit. And it's just the G_grenade, so that's cool. No sprint to worry about. Highlight. Export. That's right. Poke_enemy. Just had to double check. Did I spell that right? Yeah, fuck it, doesn't matter. And export. We should have a Poke enemy. Yes, perfect. so we can run the tools, run the enemy, import PokeEnemy, and PokeEnemy dot model. I forget what I'm meant to call them, so screw it. That'll be it. If you don't like it, then you can stop watching. No, don't stop watching. I'm just going to rename that for simplicity reasons. Right, there's going to be 4 different models, so we'll do that. As you can see, dot model. Where's the... okay, enemies there. Then we'll do the husk. Try and get it alphabetical. And then the sprint. You know, there's a good chance we don't actually need the sprint, because, well, it's just an arm, and a Pokeball doesn't have an arm. But hey ho. Okay, so... no, I don't even know what tune that is, and I'm still going to get sued. Okay, so that's the enemy done. Now we're looking at the husk. Let us write the husk. My brain is not functioning today very well. My apologies if this is a drag. It's not meant to be. Okay, husk. Import husk. Now, it has a sprint on it, as you can see by this glowing little arm thing. So that will need an object file. Where am I? Okay. So basically, I will find the husk object file, copy that into here, and as you can see, g_sprint. So I'll just change that to a nice little false. There we go. And add this. Go away! This is why I never did one of those videos until now, because they're just awful. But you asked for it. This is your punishment. You got to sit through this. You've made it this far. You got to sit through the rest of it. Okay. So that's the object file added. And basically that will turn off the sprint in the model. Awesome. So we're going to check this grenade. Actually, we're going to check my grenade and try and get it the right size, because this seems slightly smaller. Okay. Get rid of that G grenade. Save my Pokeball as the Poke Husk Grenade.obj. But then I also want to save the sprint, because we can't not have a sprint, can we? So what you want to do is Poke Husk Sprint. Now this is actually perfect, because now I can show you how to import 2 models. It's really easy. Okay, so we've loaded up the husk, yep. Okay, so import model, Poke Husk Grenade, and then just as easy, Poke Husk Sprint. Okay, so Poke Husk .model, and that's that one made. Nice and easy. Just the last one, the sprint. If this is just a sprint, I can edit the OBJ and just not import it at all. Let us find out. Keep doing that. Okay, test version. Sprint. Let's see what that is. Gonna get rid of that and that just to make sure. Import sprint, and it's just the stupid arm, so that is perfect. what we'll do here is just go to PokeNades, frag grenade, find the sprints object, and change that to false. It's as easy as that. We don't have to change the model, we just have to turn it off. So that's off, that's right. Okay, so at the end of this, we've got the 3 models, the 3 textures, a sound bank, generously provided by Quas, and 2 object files. Let us see if this works. We will install, well, create the mod first, load the project, script, create, overwrite the original one, now apply. I haven't got any mods installed at the moment, so it's going to do the whole backing up bundles, blah, blah, blah. This might take a few minutes, so you go get yourself a coffee or something. You know, I might actually speed this video up a little bit, because this is taking a while. So how's the weather over there? I heard it's been pretty dismal. It's, you know, sunny here, which is weird for England. It's, yeah. Almost there. So, have you seen the Hotline Miami release? It's looking pretty fucking awesome. I gotta say, I'm 8 days away from release. I haven't seen shit, to be honest. It's well, yeah, it's awesome. I just gotta say, any of you who are on the forums crying right now, just grow a pair, because, you know, it's awesome. Almost there. Okay. And we'll just close all this crap. Should I close that? Yeah, now we can. Model is fully done. And we'll load the game. Yes, I enjoy Tony Hawk's. I'm just going to turn down the audio because, you know, might be a wee bit loud. Okay. Now, we will go into CramNet Offline. Yeah, CramNet Offline. Just had to think about it for a moment. Shadow Raid. Just realised I use sound banks, so now this feature I actually haven't seen yet. Oh well. I want to do this by a cop so that I get the slow-mo effect. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is fabulous. Go, Pokeball. That is fabulous. Ah, thank you, Quas. That is beautiful. Wolf and Dallas just doing nothing, you know, as usual. But yeah, that is my A to Z of modding a Pokeball into Payday 2. Turn that down a bit. There we go. And yeah, that's all there is to it. The model tool, unfortunately, I don't think is released at the moment. Again, this is I'm talking ahead of time. I would imagine this be out in the next week or so. Who knows? But yeah, I'm actually going to close the game because I'm getting distracted by that. Yeah, the model tool won't be out. It's not out yet. I don't think it'll be out by the time this video's out. I just smacked my microphone. I'm sorry. Hotline Miami DLC it's looking awesome. Yeah. Pretty much that's it. Thank you for watching. And if you don't like the Pokeballs, you can shove it. Cool. Righto. See you guys. I hope you enjoyed.